Should you cycle to Santiago de Compostela? Or should you hike to Santiago de Compostela? That's the question.
Hi, I'm Kaat from Steps by Kaatje. I'm Kaat too from Wheels by Kaatje. And welcome back to our channel. Today, I want to take you down the road and talk a little bit about pros and cons of cycling the Camino, the way to Santiago de Compostela. And the first thing I want to talk about is distance, because when you're on a bike, you definitely can do a lot more distance in one
I know you
day.
can bike a lot further, but you're much more out on the bigger roads, a lot less out in nature, like what I was doing.
You got a point there, but the Camino Frances is often next to a bigger road, so you might as well cycle it down instead of walking kilometers and kilometers and kilometers in one direction.
Okay, that's true, but didn't you go 15 kilometers in the wrong way and you just noticed when the other people, the Camino, the pilgrims, were going the other way? So yeah, I don't know if cycling is that much better.
But I'm using those guidebooks and they have a GPS that goes with it, so I have to follow it on my phone. And yeah, sometimes I don't always watch my phone and I do miss a turn every once in a while. Oh well. Anyway, let's talk about another point, and that's luggage. When you're on a bike, you definitely can take a little bit more luggage, right? And you don't have to carry a heavy backpack.
Yeah, you can take a lot more luggage, but then sometimes you just take too much. Like for your camping gear, you only slept 3 times
I
out.
know that I maybe carried a
woods.
bit much, but to be honest, this repair kit came in very handy when I had a flat tire and I had to replace it. And I was really happy with my camping gear to camp out when I had to replace it, so that I didn't have to ride into a town late at night or walk into a town late at night. So yeah, definitely that was worth it. Another thing I want to talk about is the little pains you have on the way. For example, if you're hiking, you definitely get sore feet and blisters and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but sore feet, I mean, if you get yourself a good pair of shoes with some soles, well, these ones are personally made, but you can buy some with extra padding where you need it. A pair of good hiking socks, like I'm using those Smart Wool socks, they are really great. And trekking poles. They also help, you know, to be comfortable when you're hiking. So yeah, you can do that. And what about your butt? You had a sore butt, I'm quite sure.
Yeah, I know, but I did take
Some stuff to help with all those little pains. Like I have this sheep skin that I can, as a cover, put over my saddle, and it helps a little bit. I also have shorts with padding in there that also helps for my butt. And you know, I also had problems with my wrist, but I have these little gloves which have padding right here in the places where you need it. And I also added those handles on my handlebar, that way I could cycle like this or like that. So that changed a little bit, and that sure helped on the way. Now on the bike, the pilgrimage is a bit different than from if you're hiking, but you still get on out there every day. It's a simple life. You get up, you have breakfast, you start cycling, you have lunch, you cycle a little bit more, you find yourself a spot to sleep, and then you wash your clothes, you go out for dinner, and you sleep. Next day, same thing. So it's really a simple life, and that gives you time to think about life and about everything that goes on in your life. When you're hiking, it's a little bit of the same. It's a simple life, but you get to meet more people, because you every night when you're in hostel, you get to meet people. On the way you meet people and you see them again, because you know you are way too fast, so you meet people and the next day you don't see them anymore because you're just too fast. So I think the hiking experience is better than, well, it's not better, it's different from the cycling experience. I really think so. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're gonna go cycling or hiking. It's really your personal choice, because it all depends on the time you have, the condition you're in. You might not be able to walk that far, so you might consider cycling on that reason. It's just what you want to do. It's your journey, it's your Camino, and that's what's important. So guys, I think this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed our little conversation about cycling and hiking to Santiago de Compostela, and maybe it's useful for you if you have to make the decision what you're gonna do. If you like content like this, little adventures and all that, you might consider subscribing and giving us a little like and ring the little bell. That way next time we put something up, you'll get a notification. But for now, we're saying goodbye and see you on the next one. Bye! To bike or not to bike? That's the question. But I still think that you should cycle to Santiago de Compostela.
I think you should hike to Santiago de Compostela.
No, cycle.
No, go for a hike.
Cycle.
Hike.
Just take your bike.
Hike. Hike.